way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still broad day. Live that way, drill that way, came a long way, been a long way, been a long way, been a long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way. Yeah, London stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on these Chiefs' versatile running back. He was outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. The Chiefs offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And all eyes on this man, their star running back. He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time we looked up, it seemed like he was in the end zone.
And let's face it, I didn't want to look up. I was enjoying what I was seeing on the field. Now, it's highly unlikely that he does it again, that type of a game, but maybe a couple of touchdowns? I think that's within reach.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there gets them down to the 6-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Touchdown!
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep fighting.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some room to run now. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Running right through it. And they can't bring him down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 70 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Yellow.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here now, 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Mahomes now on first down. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin with a matchup Browns fans remember all too well from 1986. Cleveland taking on Denver, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jamison Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that one all time.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you take every single time.
gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 140 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Holding, offense.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
Still first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first down, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. As he gears up to go again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Shedding the tackler and gives him some room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Chiefs, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit.
Watch how I react. Like that, stay down. I'll be taking over. Like that. Promise you anybody can hold me like that. Like that. Baby, I'm my own height.
Hope my mama was watching tonight.
Run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back. That is not taking photographs.
Come on, fellas, we going out tonight.
Run it back when I put it right. I'll be back in another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the bucket dash. Run it back. Face back with the shoulder pass. Run it back, what you back? You think I want it green, but I like it black. Not by the ass. Run it back and you say how I act.
Hey, we eating somewhere tonight?
Feeling like a
Let's do it.
attack.
Rook is pain.
Serious about it. I think less without it. I'm a cat at anything that's in my sight. Keep feeling myself.